Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to last match of season season 72. Playing russ2. The nature of the standings right now is that Furkole beat us all up. So the Furkole loss or bad loss didn't end up being all that bad with respect to demotion. Triumph, Inventor Herald. I don't know if Forager's better than Goat Herd. I guess if they have a Forager, it might be better to have a Goat Herd. You don't really want three. I mean, I guess you could buy a moat or something. It does depend a lot on the order that all goes down for sure. So that's a little tough to say right now. I think clearly Inventor. Second three, maybe Goat Herd. So they're gonna probably get okay. They don't have. They at least well, okay. My Forager misses. Not ideal. I guess I'm gonna throw in the second Inventor and see what we can see. This is gonna get us another piece of money, I suppose. Though the problem is it's gonna get russ2 a bunch of draw. It's not like I'm gonna not play those cards though, so. Don't have enough for. I guess there's probably already. No, there wasn't already a cover. Oh, this would be a problem. And then the Goat Herds are gonna kind of not be all that exciting because we're gonna have double moat seems maybe crazy, but single moat doesn't seem that crazy. And if you're gonna single moat, you know, why not live a little? This can at least be double Herald. Maybe russ2 won't draw the Goat Herd. I don't know. It's possible. Didn't happen, but you know, it was possible. So this will be double Herald for me. And then I guess you just kind of hope you get okay draws. That's okay. Can't you honestly, what more could you ask for at that point? Okay, so do you buy a Margrave? Guess you could also get a Silver Mine, which sounds insane, but like it's okay with Triumph. It's probably insane. You know, Triumph costs real money. So our problem here is going to be actions, right? They're going to be a pretty big problem. We could fleet this turn where we have the money. I don't know. This is not a lot of actions down the bottom. There's an Necropolis. Isn't terrible. Or, I mean, would love to hit it. So there's like, I was going to say it's still 50-50, which, I mean, the question was whether you want to trigger before. Trash is the Necropolis. That's crazy to me. That's actually completely insane to me. So that I don't particularly like, but obviously your opponent's going to do that kind of thing that you don't particularly like, you can't complain too much. There is technically some gain in play possible here. I don't know. It's great, but this was a really good turn because you still don't want to lose the moat yet. Get some couriers and then play. I mean, we're going to draw a courier. The problem is we can only... Yeah, we needed one more Herald hit to have a super duper good turn, but we certainly can't complain too much about this. We could gain an Exorcist, I guess. I don't know if that's worth it. The Wisps are okay, but... I'm a bit ahead, probably. Like I said, the issue here is just actions, which they trust in Acropolis, which was crazy. They have 6 Heralds, which is good for them. I have to figure out what the path here is that's best, and that's not obvious to me. But because like this is I mean, we could not play the Margrave or something, but we're running up against the limit of what this deck can do a little bit. This is not a bad triumph. It's not a great triumph. It's not a bad triumph though. You should be able to block it once you draw the moat, right? I think so. I guess we do it like this. So the problem here, I still think the Necropolis trash was insane. The problem for me is that I only have 4 of those Heralds. I'm going to keep harping on the... I do have a bad habit of harping on the thing that I think is a mistake while my opponent is, you know, otherwise doing pretty reasonable things. So... is this a win? Or are they just trying to get as much triumph as they can here? That's okay, IMO, for me. I don't know that we would expect this to run. I mean, what do they get to do? Oh, they did gain a silver mine. I missed that. When was that? The previous turn? That's pretty cute. You're gonna fleet, okay. Yeah, I mean, fleet is probably pretty good. I did kind of forget about fleet. Okay. And the inventor split is gonna tell in the end. You have to imagine. That's incredibly unfortunate, but I don't really have... Okay, that was pretty weird. Pretty wacky and wild, if you ask me. Don't trash. I mean, it's still not piled for whatever that's worth. Okay. Okay. Well, this could have been quite a bit worse. I'm still... Guess I could have bought for one more point. I don't really know what my path to victory though looks like, unfortunately. That's a bit of a toughie. It's not a good sign either when you say, I don't know what my path to victory looks like. That's certainly a yikes, you know? I guess Russ will probably just take the rest of these things and get a big enough triumph that... Maybe we'll have... Well, probably will have the money. I mean, it'll cost 0, right? I think it's going to be really tough. Now, it doesn't go for that. I guess that's good. Or didn't have, didn't have the stuff in hand to do it. Is this like 3 inventors? That's really weird, right? There are 7 inventors gone. Russ has 5 of them, but is choosing not to play them. What is... This is a very upsetting sequence. My deck isn't that crappy, just to be like, let's say full on. My deck is not quite that awful as that turn would suggest, I don't think. IMO. Okay, Russ duds. You don't have to believe me, but maybe you don't actually want to do this way, but feels... Whoa. What in the world happened? Okay. Ultimately, I would say what happened was a lot of nothing. Okay. What does... Can we empty the estates? Maybe? Still not like a huge number of points, but... trash. If we gain an inventor, it gives us a guaranteed play on the courier, but... How much money do I have? That's huge, some would say. What's down here? There's a forager down here and an inventor. So like... Sorry. I should try and draw the forager. We're gonna be able to triple triumph and then be dead, basically. So we're not really that far ahead. Depending on how Russ's turn looks here. Oh, I need to turn this off. Holy cow. That's a clutch autoplay change. Potentially clutch autoplay change. This a lot of the heralds played. Pretty good hits overall, you have to say. Probably an unfortunate number of them. So we want to take this, right? So the fear here is just that they get enough duchies that it's kind of hard for me to pass them, which is not unrealistic. Because my deck is, I mean, if I can play 3 inventors, probably I'm okay, because 2 duchy gains is probably good enough. I don't know how much money Russ is going to end with here. Not enough to buy a province, but 2 duchies. So I need to play 3 inventors to win, or get enough money to that's huge. This is probably gonna do it. Or get the provinces down to whatever, which I'm in a pretty good place to do at this point. I guess we should check that if that's just freer. This could be 2, but it could be 3, but it's like money neutral right now. Do you need to draw more? You need to draw more than anything, right? Does this get us to 10? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're already at 10. Okay. Okay. Courier split ended up being useful enough. We both had kind of a dud turn. Russ's was probably more unlucky than mine was. But we did both have a bit of a dud in there. And I had a couple really lucky ones as far as kicking off. where I couldn't really have the expectation of the turn being quite as good as they ended up being. Okay, so you can change stuff into Grand Market, which is probably actually pretty good. And other than that, there's maybe like a Diplomat Monument thing that's okay. Or, I mean, you wouldn't be mad about having those cards. I wouldn't be mad about having those cards. Probably Dungeon Change. And try to play with a couple of changes. Oh yeah, 5-2 is a little worse here. Though Haven is perfectly okay. Don't love that. All told. There's a big difference between this turn if it finds Grand Market and Change, or doesn't do that. So this kind of sucks, but that's okay. What do you think? We're gonna trigger shuffle. Do we want 2 dungeons in there? It's not unreasonable. This helps quite a bit. We can delay the change. Which is nice. Probably just go copper to Diplomat. Bit unfortunate to not find the estate, I guess, there, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, so are we gonna have... I'm not gonna have paid off enough debt to use delay. So just do this. Maybe we don't find the other dungeon the Diplomat whiffs. We could go... I wonder if they'll let me change this. We could go to Merchant Camp. Then we have enough to pay this off. Which is kind of nice. It helps the delay as well. I don't really want like more than one merchant camp, but one isn't terrible. I think we're gonna find... Actually, well, we do want to probably do it this way. I did this order wrong, didn't I? This will just hope we get it in the reshuffle. So this should probably be a Diplomat then. Well, I like this so far. Sure. This? Unclear. We still have 2 coppers, so we still have 2 targets for the next turn. I've got no problem with the grand markets, but whoa. Other than this, there's not like a lot to accelerate payload. I mean, you can just start getting provinces with whatever gold or whatever, but I'm trying to think what the, I guess he's just another diplomat, and then because you would just rather make sure you kick off. Maybe a C chart. So we want to do this way. Oh. Well. Yeah, I messed that up, didn't I? Well, I guess they probably let me undo it. Will I be able to pay off the debt? And buy... Okay. It's a lot of grand markets. Kind of hate to do it this way, but not unreasonable. Okay, right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 11, 13. Minus 6 is 7. Is there a risk of Russ like 14? They have about $14. So not really a risk of emptying anything at present. Do I want... I guess I'm never really going to have the estate threat, but that's fine. I think it's fine. This could be very bad. This is looking likely to be very bad. Okay, still a shot. I guess we could keep the... That's fine. We may... What are we at here gain-wise? But this is $724. I don't think we have that. Even with a 7 times 4, 28. I'm not sure exactly what I said there, but let's see the Haven and just... What did I discard? 2 monuments. Yeah, so there's still a monument and a change down here. We could I'm not sure about this one. This looks a little weird to me. Because I'll just kind of wait, I think, here. I don't think I can quad. I mean, I can move the duchies up, which is like... They're worth quite a bit. But that's still $3, so it would be like $20, which I don't think I have $20, even with dungeon. But honestly, if we are gaining 2 provinces and playing the monuments, that's just hard for... We're also not... Desperation is what? Is a free curse buy? So we're up to... No, we can't use... one of the change plays for that. Because of... It has to be a more expensive thing. But we have technically 4 buys. So if we go to 1 diplomat and we desperation and then 4 curses, that wins. But we do need all of those things. So, not sure on the order to do this. We're pretty close now. This works, right? 5. This gives you a buyback. We got way more than enough points. Probably there was a province finish too. I didn't check. If not a province finish, gaining 3 provinces plus the monument points was going to be like an insurmountable points lead. It wasn't like that deck was good at holding. Well, there just wouldn't have been the points on the board. I had the monuments, so. if I get to 4 provinces and I have 16 VP tokens, like, what are you going to do? You aren't holding that many duchies or even having time to gain that many duchies. Okay, buys an advisor in the opening. Interesting. I mean, with Lucky Coin, it's a bit better. You definitely are trying to hit Academy and to just go crazy, I guess. I don't know if it's worth opening advisor though. I mean, but what else? You take a fool. I mean, I'm not sure the plans go there either. They're probably okay though. I mean, I would rather have more royal galleys, I think. I am gonna get hit for. I guess I think I still want the silver. We need Imperial Envoys for sure. That'll be the buy here. Actually, that's where I should have put the plan. Probably. I don't know. We'll end up with some of all of these. So it's not too crazy either way. I think they would be, obviously, you know, this is good. It depends on if you see your bridge tool or not, but I mean, well, that's a little unfortunate. You just hold it. I mean, you could get very lucky. 1, 2. It's a lot of crud. So it's also, I don't know, there's good cards in there. Why not? If you can hit a Royal Galley Imperial Envoy, boy, then you're cooking. But I think the advisor, I still sort of think the advisors are crazy. I'm probably gonna lose. I should, you know, caveat. But it does feel a little wild to me. How much money am I gonna have here? 6. We're gonna have 9. That's a good amount to have. Ooh, we're gonna. Yikes. Well, whatever. It's what it is. Mining road would be okay too. So we're gonna with 4 of them. Yeah, this is the problem. You want some mining roads? Oh, the marshland. I did completely forget marshland existed, which is, I don't know how many. I mean, I only had 2 bridge trolls in place, so it wasn't really the same thing. I don't think I may have made some mistakes there, but that was just that particular thing. Not seeing that didn't really matter. I was gonna lose that. Another fool game. We're all fools, but we've got Conquest and Palace for the powerful fool synergies. Well, I don't know. What do we got? Does Soothsayer opening make sense? I mean, there is enough stuff here to kind of draw. I mean, you can draw. It's not necessarily the most powerful thing of all time. It's not necessarily the most trivial thing of all time here. But like Rice Broker probably can get it done to a point of getting a bigger, like a big enough conquest. With Trader especially and Workers Village. Like you have to like be able to contest that. Realistically. So I don't think you have a lot of options as far as that goes. You have to try and make it happen. Do we want a Workers Village or just a vassal? I mean, it still won't work very well, frankly. I mean, this is a really, really, really good fool. That's wild. Which unfortunately also means my fool will probably suck a little bit. But like, what else can you do? I'm probably gonna get a shuffle trigger too. I don't know how to. Okay, well that was actually fine. I did complain, but ultimately it was fine. So I don't want more silver. River's Gift is good. Guess we can do this first. I want to blow this guy up. I want to just blow the vassal up, and I mean, I have a bunch of buys. I want to see what we can see. Because like at the end of the day, you have to figure out how to make This draw, like draw. Like draw. So you gotta buy actions. You gotta buy draw. Workers' Village, well, vassals are fools to feed the rice broker, kill all the coppers, kill the estates, and see where you go. I think the golds are gonna be a huge liability long term for us. At least I'm hoping. I'm banking on that. So there's also a question of whether the skirmisher is worth it, and I sort of think it probably is. It's also a pretty good rice broker target once you have a few of them. Okay. Don't know. I mean, ultimately, you don't really want the lucky coin because you're trying to blow up with trader mostly, I think. Why is this the or? That's actually wild. They get to seize. I mean, it didn't. I don't know how much the card from Workers Village mattered there, but it was pretty wild to get River's Gift or to get Field and Seize so that your fool doesn't draw dead in that way. Kind of interesting. Who has gotten the Wisp? I guess it was them. I didn't get it. I probably did. I probably didn't see it. So let's do this now. Okay. Love this for me. Don't want to discard. Let's blow this skirmisher up. I don't know, I play it, why not? That's a point too. Maybe better off buying a clerk there. Honestly. I think I want this. I don't want to play the clerk. I'll just blow it up here. I don't actually even know if Lost in the Woods is worth doing. We're getting, I would say, mighty close to... I should know these last two cards, but I simply don't. Guess it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Could have got a little more money, I guess. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13 seems better. So let's do this. There may have been a setup, like a setup the next turn thing I could have done. They don't have any okay. We're gonna draw 5. We're gonna get 4. We're gonna draw 5. We play the vassal to play the traitor on clerk. Oh, I lost my I thought I still had a skirmisher, but I don't have a skirmisher, so whatever. So not perfect. Does have a couple copper buys for 3 points, which is not terrible if you're ending it. Trainer, okay. So how many of the silvers can I get? Oh, possibly not very many at all, right? Yikes. Didn't work. I don't know if this is We'll just have to see. I don't think they have enough buys to end it. Obviously, they're a little more compact. Or they have those golds for spiking money, but... Okay. This is okay. Mostly because I can probably empty the silvers. And then I just win. I just have to make sure I either have enough money or buys or whatever. Do we need more than one trader? This is only 2 silvers, so we probably want to save. We didn't need a ton of buys necessarily. Well, what did I say? Money or buys, but like this should be more than enough. Can conquest 4 times probably. I don't have to conquest 4 times. Conquest like twice while doing trader for a couple of whatevers. This is 27. Okay. That was probably a lot of it was on the rice broker split. I do think Soothsayer was pretty bad. I mean, there are some draws there where Russ has a bigger final turn for sure. Like, I can't sit here and pretend like that was an impossibility where Russ gets to trader. I don't know if Russ is emptying the piles, though, and that's kind of what has to happen, because otherwise I probably can get the points one way or the other. Excuse me. I don't know how... Oh yeah, Overlord can't play durations at all, so I don't have to worry about that. The only tomb thing is Tragic Hero, I guess, but that's pretty good, or Goat. It's probably just, I guess, Scrounge. Shouldn't forget Scrounge, my apologies. I guess I'm just going into the Overlord. I don't see anything a lot better on the 5-2, or the 3-4 rather. Whatever I mean. This is pretty unfortunate. Probably just want to use those $2 to put... Oh, okay. Well, when you open with 1 card and it bottom decks, that's one way for the game to go. Russ gets to play theirs now. I'm probably relatively close to dead already. I had to guess. But I guess the nice thing here is that there are a lot of points that you might be able to make up. And that's not nothing. The issue is going to be that I don't have artisan yet, and I also don't have this deck, which is good. I don't have this good deck. We probably do want to do... We didn't find the... I'm trying to think. We don't really want to trigger this shuffle. So we do want to try and get to... What does it look like? There's 2 in there. We'll see 3. I guess it's only 1. You want to make sure you see the gold. I'll probably take an abundance just for trying to get loots that I think are pretty good here. I think this is a pass. We do need to spend the effort to get an artisan for sure. We can play this out. We're like a turn and a half behind probably. But it's possible to... I'm a little surprised at not taking an abundance just because, like, I would assume they're going to gain an action this turn, buy an action this turn. In which case, you know, like, it's at least it's going to be better than gold in that case. And, you know, what do I know? You just have to keep doing these stables. This is all right. I don't think I have anything in here that this even means anything for me to do it this way, but so I don't really understand the abundances skips. I mean, it's clearly not a huge deal. Endless Chalice sucks here a little bit. But and like the turn you can do it, you can just do it. I mean, like, Russ isn't, there's no opportunity cost to taking the golds, I wouldn't say. I just expect the abundance is almost strictly better here. If you're greening, then it's not, but if you think there's going to be a pile out or something, the plus buy may help some amount. But I don't imagine I'm catching up. Definitely needed like hammer to maybe claw back a little bit of gains here, or like go to claw back needing as much draw to get to the point where we're like drawing hopefully I guess here's one downside of the split I've chosen, which is I whiffed my gold here. And I don't have enough to pay off debt. You know what? I was a little unlucky. This is like Wealthy Village Overlord or something, but I made a play order choice as well, to be clear. I guess the last Overlord will probably go. Not necessarily, but yeah, this was quite an unfortunate bottom deck because it, in essence, cost me like almost a full turn. I don't think we're clawing this one back. Russ would have to make just a huge, I didn't see you could gain empty the estates type mess up here. That's like the only thing that is gonna even, because they're gonna start top decking like 2 cities or something, something wild, and you could even start gaining real tragic heroes and get the points, which is kind of nice. But yeah, like the consistency is going to be off the charts. Crazy, wild. They may not even opt to get the last over. Probably. It's just like that good. Why not? I don't think there's a really you might take like 2 hardest provinces is actually wild, but you know, it's not a problem. It's not correct, I don't think, but like what is the, I think the correct thing is to like do like 2 artisans in Overlord, but they will certainly win with this play. So I'm quibbling, which is a bad habit of mine. Well, I'm probably gonna get a action this turn. Okay, well this is a little unfortunate. This is still like 2 overlords down here. I'm gonna try and draw them. I mean, I have to. That's not really negotiable. I didn't find them, as we can see. So Russ gains a couple more cities while maybe triple provincing. It is pretty difficult to argue with what's going to almost certainly be 4 provinces, 3 or 4 provinces, and total. I mean, I don't think they're going to quad here, but they probably have the money for it. But doing that while top decking 2 cities, like, is so safe. So super, super safe. I like this kingdom. I mean, I can always appreciate, I mean, it was sadness for me, but I can appreciate the overlord, super overlord situation. I have an appreciation for it. So there's probably technically a super nightmare. Like, this is just the deck so large that even with a 7 card hand, there's some kind of super dud that is incredibly unlikely but not impossible. I imagine my line is to kind of play in that direction, even though what it ends up looking like is me. Well, it looks like my turn every turn this game, which is looks like me dudding, but that's okay. So I couldn't even outscore. Like, I couldn't even meet the scoring, so it didn't mean anything. They did get the cities up. Surely they're not going to click all 100 of these cards. I'm just... Okay. I guess they are. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, they stopped. No, they sure didn't. I guess that's what it is. I mean, I overshot the conquest a little bit, so turnabout is fair play. I mean, it actually takes a long time to exact the conquest. It would have taken me a long time to exact the conquest, but okay, what do we have? Some tough stuff. 5-2 is probably pretty good. It's kind of hard to argue with Cultist Ratcatcher. They may have the same I mean, I don't know. I don't actually think you open Ratcatcher if you don't have the 5-2 on this particular kingdom. But that's just me. Not a great Maelstrom, so I guess just a silver here. Does hit it here in a nice way. I mean, this is play Ratcatcher turn 3 by Cultist is a really nice reshuffle, frankly. I don't know if you take time to pick up a potion. You've got to buy... I mean, you probably do, even though the ruins are kind of a pain. Just because you would like to be able to do paddock stuff, I think. I don't know if it's better than a tiara now, though. Okay. I guess the... Ratcatchers might empty. I'm trying to think if there's a second pile. Or if it's just this. I mean, the paddocks themselves could empty. This is a bit unfortunate to not find the... tiara here. Do you just hit another cultist or do you take the Maelstrom? I mean, eventually you'd like to take the Maelstrom even though it does help them out a bit. This is not a bad Maelstrom by any stretch. Maybe wait till we're hitting some runes with it, though. This could be kind of make or break here. A little bit break, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to any of you. I don't know if they have another cultist or not in this shuffle. Oh. Guess we can put... Do we want a Ratcatcher on top? It's probably bad. Okay. This could whiff. I don't know why I didn't call the thing, but I'm not gonna ask for this undo this time. Even though it was pretty stupid of me. Okay. Guess I'll put a silver on top. We would like to buy paddock. I would like to buy a paddock. They may just be quite a bit ahead of enough in green. I mean, this is pretty good to trigger just off the back of getting this crud out of here. We're not drawing these things in a happy order. If they maelstrom, I would take. I guess I didn't even play a. That's unfortunate. Okay. We haven't even gone anywhere with this turn either. That's a lot of rat catchers. That's an insane number of rat catchers. If they maelstrom, I'm blowing up cultist. Platinum's okay. Yeah, this is kind of awkward, right? They're getting control and I'm getting garbage. Maybe the golem was just really... There's a turn. Certainly I missed a rat catcher call from fast playing. I could try and see more even. Though I don't know if I have any golems anywhere. Here's some. Oh, okay. I guess that's what I've got left there. Yikes. So I don't have a paddock yet. Is that correct? A second paddock? I need more buys or gains or something. I don't know what's in here. Do we want to keep the market? Need another tiara. They probably go tiara platinum. I need another tiara badly. Oh my gosh. This is a pretty controlled deck that they have at this point. Maybe should have gotten displace instead of that. We're going to end up 3-3. We're going to be really on the borderline of demotion. It's kind of looking sketchy all around. The only kind of nice thing is that I do have tiebreakers on quite a few of the people who I would be maybe tied with. But like, I really kind of needed to. I didn't even get the other silver here. My deck is just not clean. There's no two ways about it. Just a nasty deck. But they didn't trigger the shuffle with the horses in it. So there's probably some horses in here. The only semi-hopeful thing here is that I can... I mean, they're just going to empty the colonies, but I can... I really didn't need that. I can tell you that much. And I really need to find a golem before this is all dead. I guess I could buy Haunted Woods. This is insane. They're going to just have 6 buys and empty these things, right? I would say I don't want a Maelstrom rank because they probably have a cultist. I was thinking about Maelstroming, but I don't think I want to do that. We almost don't want to lower the colonies because, oh, just obviously why. We don't have enough plus action to make any of this work, and as soon as anything is gone, the game's over. Unfortunately. I guess I could... Alright, this is stupid. I could play this ruin market, right? It doesn't matter. This is quibbling. Is that even does that word really apply here? I have like words that may not apply here for 500. What a and I don't even have horses going into this turn. It's insane. It's absolutely bonkers, insane, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Like, this is as lucky as I could possibly have hoped to get, and it's wildly bad. I'd have to look at this and see if there's a particular buy or play choice, because obviously I should be at least kind of in it. You could say the potion. That's probably the easiest thing, right? That's never a bad thing to point to. Okay, well, I think this leaves me 14. 14, and Russ is up to 9. Johns and Russ are at 9 with a match left, and I'm at 14. Abassio's Akuchi's already ahead of me. Russ and Johns don't play each other, so that would be almost the ideal thing, right? Because then they tie or whatever, but now both of them could potentially... They both play Abassio. Then Abassio also plays... Well, both of them anyway. So, if they both get 5 against Abassio... Well, Johns is allowed to get 5 against Abassio because I beat Johns. So that would be a tie in my favor. How did Russ and Johns do? 4-2 in Johns' favor. The three-way ties make it more complicated, and that might not work out in my favor. Wonder if this refreshes already. Russ has reported it. Not yet. So, anyway, if they both beat Abassio by 5, then obviously I'm ahead of Abassio. But if either one of them gets just 4 against him, that's fine too. Or both of them just get 4. Then I'm ahead of all of them. It seems okay-ish for me. They both get 6, I'm dead. That seems unlikely. 3 3s all around is great for me. 4 2s all around is great for me. Any of those. So I think if either one of these players gets a 4-2 against Abassio, then I'm safe. I think that's true. All right, well, I stared at this enough. It's a really not that interesting video. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it for my season. Maybe in C, maybe in B. Up in the air. We'll find out within a week or so. Take care.